both of you were represented by the same real estate agent who's supposed to get you the highest price for your property and get you the lowest price. So there's an inherent problem with that setup. But nevertheless, California tries to remedy it by requiring specific disclosure documents to be revealed to the purchaser prior to the closing. Is there anything specific on this disclosure form that you claim is fraudulent?
Yes, it says no flooding, drainage, or grading problems. And she marked no.
She's testified here that she never had that kind of a problem. Where is your evidence that she was aware prior to this document being signed?
I don't know, but I know I only was there a couple
I know you don't know, and I'm not faulting you. Here's the problem. When someone buys property like this, the person buys it as is, as long as you were not defrauded in some way about its condition. Any other questions? Okay, so we're going to excuse the parties now while we deliberate in this matter. And thank you both very much.
This courtroom is now in recess. Go ahead and exit the courtroom.
I don't know if this is the case that's endemic or a case that points out the uniqueness California's law with respect to closings and purchases of homes. But nevertheless, I think a lot had to do with the fact that the same person represented the defendant and the plaintiff. Bottom line is the plaintiff purchased the property as is, had every opportunity to see it, and I can't find a basis to legally hold the defendant liable for essentially an act of God at this point.
You know, I'm not satisfied that it was an act of God necessarily that led to this problem.
Yes.
It appears to me that the big problem here is she didn't get the correct inspections.
She didn't.
And that may very well be on her real estate agent because she said, I didn't have a choice. She did have a choice.
I think she didn't use the right inspectors, and she's stressed. She's stressed as a first-time home buyer, had no direction, and it is just optically just weird to have the same representative. It's just, it
That's
didn't.
how we do things in California, unfortunately.
Well, that's why I'm from Texas, but.
So we actually have this inspection report that was done for the plaintiff that the defendant gave to us. And look, I think the plaintiff has a huge bone to pick with her home inspector.
So she's suing the wrong person.
Yeah, but the home inspector signed off on every toilet, every sink, the showers. He even opened them up and looked at the valves and said everything was kosher. Clearly, that ended up not being the case, but it certainly relieves the defendant of the issues here. Because if the home inspector didn't find issues, to have obligated the defendant to disclose them certainly doesn't seem proper. And I think that the plaintiff should be suing the home inspector who signed off on the property.
Okay, we have a verdict.